And the Maharashtra minister's comment now has sparked a controversy. Remember, we've heard from Eknath Khadse earlier, who said that there cannot be any kind of ban on the Sanatan Sanstha, because essentially his logic is that you cannot even ban organizations like AIMIM, which have been indulging in making provocative statements. The AIMIM chief now has slammed Eknath Khadse for this comparison.
It seems that this particular minister is hypnotized by the teachings of Sanatan Sanstha. He might have seen a golden hair falling, or he might have seen his water tumbler in his bathroom becoming pink. He must have been hypnotized by these teachings of Sanatan Sanstha. The fact of the matter is, AIMIM party does not want, because the constitution of this great nation does not allow this country to become a theocratic country, which the Sanatan Sanstha says that India should become a Hindu Rashtra by 2023. The Sanatan Sanstha's teachings in setting up of God's kingdoms in volume 1, it talks about that they do not believe in the present electoral system. They do not believe in the Constitution of India. They believe in what is called, in fact, they endorse the Varna system. And all these, and they also tell what to wear, what not to wear. So this is an organization, the whole world knows about their teachings. So maybe the minister, he feels that it is a brotherhood organization of their Hindu Rashtra or Hindutva organization. That is why they have a soft corner towards such organizations. And it is very unfortunate that if a sitting cabinet minister holds this kind of obnoxious view, then we all of us should be rest assured that justice will never be done to either Dabolkar or Panasre. The person who has been alleged to have killed, who has been arrested, will be let off very soon. Will be let off very soon, because this kind of statement will have an adverse impact on the investigating agencies.
And our Mumbai Bureau Chief Megha Prasad is with us now on this story. She's going to be making larger sense of how to read into this comment by Eknath Khadse. Now, Megha, when someone as important as Eknath Khadse makes this comment, what should be the inference? You know, there are two ways to read this. Number one is the fact that he's building a case for Sanatan Sanstha and clearly giving, a lot of fodder to the opposition, who essentially has been saying that institutes like Sanatan Sanstha, organizations like them, actually do enjoy political patronage.
Well, a statement that is coming in from the cabinet minister perhaps who is by far the most senior in the Maharashtra cabinet, also is holding the portfolio for minority affairs. A statement coming from him cannot be taken lightly. It has to be taken in with a lot of seriousness. In the context, when I'm saying this, I mean that there has been, this talk of Sanatan Sanstha to be, the government should go ahead and ban Sanatan Sanstha now, that there is a direct link that has been found between the murder of rationalist Mr. Pansare, and of course the investigative agencies believe that even Mr. Dabolkar, the investigation that has that could go nowhere in the last so many years, they believe that even that could be connected to Sanatan Sanstha, something that was being suspected for a long time, for which now the police, the SIT, has found some evidence on the basis of which the investigation is going ahead. So after this arrest of Sameer Gaikwad, there was a lot of talk about Sanatan Sanstha being a terror organization, to ban it, and of course it's not happening for the first time. This entire thing has been raised all over again, and there is of course a lot of criticism from the opposition, who now are saying that the BJP Sena government here in the state of Maharashtra, also at the center, the BJP government will do nothing about this radical outfit. Hence the pressure on this government had grown a lot, and there were a lot of answers were being sought from the government as to what do they intend to do. The chief minister, of course, has maintained silence. He is given a go-ahead for the investigation, which is going in full swing. They are, in fact, even NIA is assisting in this investigation. The SIT is going ahead with with its investigation, trying to gather as many evidence as they could in this
Megha, stay with us. Let's quickly get a Congress perspective also on this. Priyanka Chaturvedi joins us on the phone line. Priyanka Chaturvedi, how do you read this comment being made by a sitting cabinet minister in Maharashtra when Eknath Khadse says that you cannot just ban any organization like this unless you have concrete proof?
So is he trying to deny all the proof which is quite evident and has been submitted by the NIA? Is he trying to say that Sanatan Sanstha is being, I would say, cornered into taking action? This is very surprising when a cabinet minister makes comments like these, and also discouraging for lots of people who believe in, freedom of speech. Rationalists have been dying, rationalists have been killed. Sanatan Sanstha has been found guilty. Their members have been found guilty. Lots of news reports have surfaced where they say that they follow a lot of superstitious activities. So having said that, when you have enough and more evidence, which has been submitted even to the center, very surprising when they come forward and defend institutes like this.
Okay, and Priyanka, what's your take on the kind of comparison that Eknath Khadse really has rolled over between the Sanatan Sanstha and the MIM?
So anything which promotes fundamentalist attitude has to be taken into account. But having said that, you cannot say if we ban A, we ban B. You should have enough and concrete proof to prove that, yes, MIM also is indulging in things like this, and go ahead and take action. What stops you from doing that? Or what stops you from taking action against anyone who uses religion to promote terrorism or promote any kind of anti-national activities? Go ahead and do that. But, comparing religious activities or comparing one religion to another, I think is absolutely uncalled for.
All right, appreciate Priyanka Chaturvedi you talking to us. So the Congress believes that Eknath Khadse does have a lot of explaining to do. And essentially, Devendra Fadnavis, also the Chief Minister of the state of Maharashtra, who remember has been very evasive on this entire comment. But with the police custody of Samir Gaikwad, a man associated with Sanatan Sanstha and accused in the Pansare murder case now being extended till October the 9th, the Maharashtra government now has come under immense pressure to ban this right-wing group. But it's this top minister, Eknath Khadse, in the Fadnavis government who now has stoked this controversy that we've been telling you more about by comparing the Sanatan Sanstha with the MIM, and he even says that the MIM also makes provocative statements. This then has already set the stage for political slugfest, as you've heard that reaction also now coming in from the Congress.
त्या संदर्भामध्ये ठोस पुरावे जर उपलब्ध झाले आणि त्यामध्ये आढळलं तर पुढे सरकार विचार करायचं कोणत्याही ठिकाणी मागणी केलेली बंदी झाली तर ते न्यायालयामध्ये टिकत नाही.
सर मग समीर गायकवाडला ठोस पुराव्याशिवाय पकडलंय. समीर गायकवाडला ठोस पुराव्याशिवाय पकडलंय. ठरवली तर पहिल्यांदा ओवेसीवर बंदी घालावी लागेल, मग आपल्याला MIM वर बंदी घालावी लागेल. मग अशा स्वरूपाचे अनेक वक्तव्य होत राहतात, कृत्य घडत राहतात. अशांवर बंदी घालावी लागेल. तर कायद्याच्या आधारावर टिकणारी बंदी असते पाहिजे. मागे आपण CBI वर बंदी घातली, त्याच्यानंतर ते कोर्टात टिकले नाही, परत आपल्याला नव्याने प्रकार करावा लागेल. त्यामुळे नक्कीच या संदर्भामधली वस्तुस्थिती आल्याशिवाय त्याच्यावर बंदी घालणं आता तरी सरकारला शक्य नाही.
And let's return back to our Mumbai Bureau Chief Megha Prasad, who's been spelling out the larger details, a larger picture here. Now, Megha, when a sitting cabinet minister makes statements like these, the Congress is asking, does it not give out the larger plot of the government? Does it not tell us about the intent, whether they will be dealing with the fringe elements? So why should the Maharashtra Chief Minister be quiet, and why should Eknath Khadse not be pulled up and asked to withdraw his comments?
Well, there are two things. There are people who would say that since he is a cabinet minister for minority affairs, perhaps his statement should be taken in all seriousness and it should be read as an indication of where the government actually stands, the Maharashtra government stands on this matter when it comes to banning Sanatan Sanstha. Now, that's one way. And the other way, of course, is that, the head of this government, the chief minister himself, has maintained a silence on this matter, has not spoken about it, despite the fact that he's been asked again and again. He has not made any controversial statement to suggest that the government thinks in a particular manner or whatever the government stand is. So right now, of course, whether Mr. Khadse was speaking simply out of the book or is this something that has been talked about, that has been deliberated upon, that is the government's stand? We do not know. Clearly, the way he spoke yesterday, it seems that it came out of his, simply out of his head, and maybe it's a personal view that he holds, but there is nothing to indicate that this is the view of the government of Maharashtra. Let's be clear, there's nothing official about it. There's nothing in terms of any official statement that has come in from the government of Maharashtra when it comes to Sanatan Sanstha. The only thing that we have heard in an official manner is, of course, about the investigation which is currently on in Kolhapur.
But Megha, then, all the more onus on the sitting Chief Minister of Maharashtra, Devendra Fadnavis, to react, to come out and tell us that, listen, this is a personal comment being made by Eknath Khadse. I do not buy that comment. I do not support it, and he should withdraw that comment. But we haven't even seen that kind of a reaction. He's only been evasive.